Oh. Fuck. Alright, cool. Oh, 7 minutes. 105,000 people did it yesterday. And I was top 9k. Oh, my part 2 could have been so much fucking faster though. I spent so long not seeing that typo. Like, I'd probably be down at about like 5k or something like that. No, one guy that's he's doing it in like straight up disassembly. He's fucking insane. I could never be that nuts. T-5. I need to make like a better template system at some point, like just have it automatically pull down the advent of code input and then cache it so it doesn't keep hitting it. Also, I would need to make it like automatically send in the answer, because that's like a big slowdown as well. It's like copy and pasting over the answer. I've had no caffeine today. I'm so fucking tired, man. Hey, what's up, Mocha? 15 months. Holy shit, dude. Because I have the bot that I have on the Discord is fucked. I haven't fixed it yet, and I started stream twice because I had to fix something. Ah, 3 minutes. I want to do better than I did yesterday. I only got like rank 10k. Like, my part 2 is so fucking bad, man. Like, that's out of 40k people, and this one's out of like 110k people. I slowed down so much on part 2. Yeah, no, dude, it feels like fucking yesterday. Hmm. I didn't realize it was prize money for this. Oh, 1 minute. Give or take. Oh. Usually they do the same kind of problems every, like, they build on the previous day's problems, so I'm expecting something like word numerical digit conversions, because that's what yesterday's problem was. And yesterday's problem was like very heavily leaning into a 2-pointer algorithm, so... But I should probably not be biased like that, because they might not do that. Alright. Stream Elements bot is catching up. Oh, man. The worst bit is like that last 10 seconds in the countdown, because it's like fucking nerves, man. Alright. Okay, we'll try the atmosphere, blah 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 blah. Explain to you arrived at Snow Island and apologizes for the lack of snow. Record the information from each game. Each game is listed with its ID number, except for the record. So this is sample input in game 1. 3 sets of cubes are built from the bag. Back again. 3 blue, red. So 3, 4. So it's like counting colors. Which games would have been possible if the bag contained only 12 red cubes, 13 green cubes, and 14 blue cubes? And the example above, games 1, 2, and 5 would have been possible. Oh, okay. So like you're tallying up the totals and then checking if it matches the value. What's my puzzle input? So it's a game quantity. Which games would have been possible if the bag had been loaded with only... Okay, so it's a fixed size of cubes. Cool. So, part 1. I can make these consts. Equals 12. X green equals... Oh, these need to have types as well. Equals 15. Blue is 14. Okay, cool. So what I'm doing is I'm confirming... Right. So the separator is always a comma, right? Okay. So what I can do input dot lines line dot split on that should give me, oh, it's not always a comma. But there is always a single space before the number. Okay. And there's always a single space before the number. So what I would probably actually do is let list of colors, no, I'll just call it colors, equals string, no, it should be a substring. That should be equals. There's never capitals, right? Can I make that assumption? Where did I leave my prompt? Here it is. Yeah, that's all lowercase, I can make that assumption. Okay, cool. And then like, even if it's not, I can just do like a case, like 2 upper, that kind of thing. Alright, so for color in colors, can I find all instances? Because I can do find, but can I do find all? Get indexes of all occurrences of substring. Match indices. Iterator over the distract matches of a pattern which within this string slice as well as the index that the match starts at. Supposed to do that match of ABC to give you 0 and 6 for this one, and then okay, yeah. So line dot match indices, and then the pattern is color. Does that work? Implement copy trait. Gotcha. Alright, cool. That is the correct syntax. So I want to do for I in that, because that is an iterator, right? Yes. And it's not optioned. Cool. So line oh, I need to split on spaces, I think, right? No, because if I do that, then what happens is I can't find that. Okay, so what I need to do is find the first instance of a white space. Oh, I can use rfind. I'll find a white space, right? And then what I'm doing is I'm doing the substring of I minus 1 to 0. Can I do negative substrings? It should be I dot 0 because this returns a tuple apparently. Alright, cool. So unwrap. Because there should always be a white space. So -1, no, it needs to be negative. No, it does need to be -1. So -1 will move it back 1 white space, which will put it directly on the number. And then it'll find me the index of the first white space. And then I can do this output. To I, so line I to start, no, start to I dot 0. Can I move a value of type string? Do I need to clone? I need to borrow, okay. And then that should be the number. So then I pass this. So the string pass. I32. And then it's literally just this here. Cool. So that gives me the number. And then I go let color counts equals a hash map. And then it's color counts dot insert color and then this number. And then this needs to be mutable. No, it needs to be an entry or insert, right? Okay. Rust, iterate, value of hash map key, because I think it's entry or insert. No, this is not what I want. I don't want to iterate. I want to plus equal. I mean, I could just like do this. It's hacky, but I mean, I just need to make it work, right? So and sum plus equals this. And then sum. But now sum is not always allocated. This needs to be an unwrap, which means that I need to use Rust entry or default. Entry or default, right? Yes. And it's the key, right? Oh yeah, or default's the additional function. Cool, and then that means I don't have to unwrap it. Cannot plus equal. And then mute. Right, I have to dereference. Cool. And then this has to be borrowed. Expected end string, found end string. Why is that breaking? It doesn't know what type sum is. Oh, it doesn't know what type sum is. Okay, I have to just give it like this a type annotation. That's fine. String 532. And it found mute, so just dereference it. Cannot add a sign to 32. This is a result, so this needs to be unwrapped. And this needs to be muted. And I don't need to dereference it anymore. Cool. Alright, so let's try running this from now. What I'll do is I'll just add a print line here. And then I'll be printing color counts. And I'll use the test data. I'll just use game 1 because this is simple enough. I don't need to account for much data. Alrighty, what broke? Line 17 is this. Is it because of the negative range on a substring? Yes, it is. Okay, so I can't do a negative substring. I don't need to do a negative substring, I'm doing an rfind. I can just do it across all of the strings and it's just gonna like search from the right, so that's fine. And now what breaks it? Invalid digit, pass enter. Rust pass enter, invalid digit. Oh, I think I know what this is. Let me do +1 on start. I.0 is a white space, so I need to do -1 on that. And then also try doing +1 on start, because that also is finding a white space. There we go. So is this the correct count? 495. So 2 green, 4 green, yep. 9 blue, 5 red. Okay, cool. So the data is correct. And then all I have to do is sum it, right? No, I just have to check if that game, like if it exceeds. So what I do is I go, am I counting the impossible games? Oh, it's the sum of the IDs of the games. Okay, so what I do is I just make a vec. Is it impossible games or loaded games? Would have been possible. Okay, so let me possible games. I can already tell the part 2 is probably going to be impossible games, but we're not going to pre-make the code because I could be wrong. So this is a vec of, let's just go with i32 equals an uninitialized vector, and then I come down here after this if color counts. I can just do 4 color in colors. So like repeat this because like I have to do it after all of the things are done. So if color counts dot get, this one will always be initialized. Color, this needs to be borrowed. Unwrap equals, no, is greater than, no, I'm overthinking this. If color counts dot get red dot to string unwrap is greater than max red. Continue. I just have to fix this. And then I can just say like as I30. No, I'll make this as U32. And I have to dereference it. Okay, cool. And then I don't need to make multiple if statements because all I do is I grab this as an OR operator. I want to make these new lines because it's more readable. Just easier to work with in general. So blue, green, because it doesn't matter. All that matters is if one of them is greater than the maximum, and if it is, it continues. Otherwise, possible games dot push, and then I need to get the game ID. So let game ID equals line find space unwrap line that. So this gives me the index. I do +1, and then I go all the way up to line.find this character -1. And then I have to borrow it. This needs to be unwrapped. Cool, and then I need to pass this into a... Yeah, I need to pass it into an int. Cool, and then I need to unwrap that. Brilliant, and then game ID. Possible games, and then I will print. Can I just sum all of the indexes, or sum contents of vector? Is there just an operator that I can just do this with, or do I? Yeah, vector sum. Sick. Just to confirm it's correct. It's possible games dot sum. It's not an iterator. Oh, I need to turn it into an iter. There's no sum operator. It's a vec of I32, right? Oh, it's a vec of borrowed I32. No, it's not. Cannot satisfy sum I32. Do I need to collect? Sum equals, just do all of this. Ah, gotcha. Right. Okay, cool. And then I just print. I literally just return possible game sum as a string, so .toString. Cool. This should be 1, right? No. Pass in. This is at line 29, which is right here. Pass in terror, kind empty. First white space. +1 moves it to here. Oh, because what if the index is empty? It still doesn't work. If I get rid of the dot trim. Alright, time for debug printing. So what I want to do is I want to print all of this and see if I'm even getting the right substring. It's space 1, so if I do the -1 right here, then I should get just a string, right? No. Oh, +1. I'm dumb. Okay, yeah, so that's fine. And there's no space after that. Alright, cool, that worked. Was I doing -1 before or something? In the wrong spot? Okay, cool. So that gives me 1 possible game. And then if I was to do all of these as my input, what's the validation data that they gave us? It's 8. What? Oh, semicolons separate separate sets. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I need to reset the count if it's semicolon. I need to split on semicolons. So line, so let sets equals line dot split semicolon, and then set in sets. And then just come down here and do that. Right. That should work. I would need to reset the count on the end of a set. So that'll be after this check, yes. So zero. And then I'm just now thinking, did I instantiate the hash map too high up? I did. Cool. I mean, alternatively, I could just do this, right? So at the top of 4 sets, put it here, and then get rid of this, because this will always just create a new hash map. Now fix every game is possible, I think. Okay, game 3 would have been impossible. 8, 6, 20 is too many. Yeah, just 20 red is impossible. So I need to find out why this didn't work. Oh, I'm dumb. Rust named loops. I remember this as a feature. I just can't remember how to do it. Outer. Okay, cool. So I come up here. I guess it can have any name really, but I'll use outer. And then I want to do continue outer. Is that the right syntax? No, it goes before the for loop. And then I have to do that. And then I have to change this from line to set. Is there any other places where I use line where it needs to be set? I don't think so. Now it breaks again. 29. This is line 29. Oh, because it might... Oh... No, because it should return the default of 0. Which game did it break on? Easy way to test that. Print line. I'll just print the set. Three blue, 4 red. Yeah, so it's green. Because this is green. Yeah. Oh, because it doesn't match all of the indices. Oh, I gotcha. Okay, so what I do is I just go color counts dot. I'll just force it to be instantiated. I would have thought default would have hit it, but I'm not always hitting the colors. I'm Dom. Alright, so it is end color dot toString. Right? Okay, that should work. Now it breaks on 24. What is line 24? This is line 24. This needs to be set. Cool. Validated. Works fine. Okay, I can remove my debug prints. Let's take my whole prompt. $2,101. Cool. All right, part 2. Let's have a sneaky look. 38 minutes. Yeah, like 8.5k. That's fine. That's about on par with what I was doing yesterday. It's a little bit faster. There's probably some drop off on people competing, but it's also like the more competitive people stay. So like going down in rank is good. I consider that a win. Anyway, okay, so what's the evolution of this? It also says they've stopped producing snow, blah, 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 blah. What is the fewest number of cubes of each color that could have been in the bag to make the game possible? Again, consider the example games from before. In 1, the game could have been played with as few as 4 red, 2 green, 6 cube blue. The game would have been impossible. Oh, so literally all I'm doing is I'm just finding the maximum value of all sets in the game. And then the power of a set of cubes is equal to the numbers of red, green, and blue cubes multiplied together. The power of the minimum set of cubes in game 1 is 48, because it's 4, 2, and 6, which is 8 by 6, right? Which is 48, yep. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so I just sum the powers. Okay, this is fucking a really easy increment. So I can, first of all, I can just grab all of this. Does it have to be possible games? Or is it all games? I'll assume they're saying all games and just grab this bit minus the const for now. That'll immediately break because I don't have them anymore, but that's fine. So what I actually need to do is I'm not looking for counts anymore. Now I do, first of all, I move the count out. I don't have to worry about sets anymore either, so I can get rid of the set requirement, the set loop, which means I can also get rid of the outer, because I don't need that anymore. And so this happens every line, which is correct. Sets literally isn't going to be used anymore. I'm going to loop over the line, not the set. And then I don't need sum. Instead, what I need to do is I do need this, but instead of it being a sum, what I'm actually going to do is if color counts dot get color dot toString is less than not that. Fuck. If color counts dot get color dot toString unwrap. Does this need to be borrowed? Well, first of all, let's put in the block that it expects, and also this needs to be double equals. Yes, it needs to be borrowed. And then I need to borrow this, so I just go again. Come on, man, I'm making the same mistake over and over. There we go. Okay. So I want to do is less than, not is equals. And I'll just borrow this. So if that happens, it's kind of unnecessary, but I'll just color count equals. It's unnecessary because it's just like a small little optimization, like not repeating the same operations, but I mean like OCD brain. Okay, so color count dot insert color dot toString color count. And then I don't need this. So now every time it encounters a color that is higher than the last time it encountered that color in the line, it'll increase its maximum by to that number. And then all I have to do is, after it's found all of them, for color and color counts, let sum equals no. Color counts dot get red. This needs to be borrowed to string unwrap times this. Blue, green, let power equals that. And then instead of game IDs, I push power. And I'll just like leave all the rest of it the same. So now I need to use the validation data again, just to be sure. So the correct answer should be 2286. I did that wrong. What did I do wrong? I didn't put a space. There we go. 2286, cool. Validation worked. Here's my prompt. $58269. Done. $8.3K. That's way better. Way fucking better. Oh, I'm still not scoring, but I'm getting faster, man. Alright, well that's the end of the stream. 47 minutes to finish day 2. Getting faster, man, getting faster.